So some of the terms for what Roberta is describing, internalized racism is one of those terms. And
that for people of color, that we can internalize the racism of our society.
Yes. White people don't have internalized racism. White people have internalized entitlement. So that internalized white supremacy is an internalized white entitlement. So that's an important thing to know. And the horizontal racism is also
that practicing racism between people of color.
Yes.
Yeah. And that what's so useful about horizontal racism in thinking about why it is used within white supremacy is that white people don't have to be in the room.
They don't have to do the work. Yeah.
Right? It can be so pervasive. But it's important for us to really, and I will come to you right now, okay? Forgive me, Fred. It's important for us in thinking about our work that on one hand, yes, systems of oppression operate at the level of the individual, right? And so we here are doing some work to clean up our house, right? We are seeking to learn more and to think, to do better. Now, we recognize that there are, so we think individual and interpersonal dynamics, but there is a big cultural, how do you spell cultural? C-U-L-T-U-R. Okay. That cultural oppression is huge, right? It is in our education, it is in our language, it is in our religion, it is in the art that we love, it is in our standards of beauty, it's in our sports events, right? It is very pervasive, okay? And then we also think about the ways that we interrupt that. And institutionally, that it is the policies, practices, and procedures, right, that govern us. And that we are being governed by PCC, we are being governed by the Oregon University system, we are being governed by the federal government, we are being, and then these institutions, it's not just one, right, that shape our lives, but it's this relationship of different institutions coming together that have structurally created the racist outcomes that we see, right? So, right? So this is structural. That this is about these interrelationships coming together. These different institutions reinforcing each other. So if we begin to think of this more as a system, as opposed to, I'm just going to focus on this one person who said something racist. Right? That's where we often go. I'm going to focus on that person, and I told them that racism is over. Booyah! Right? And culturally and institutionally, it's still doing its thing.